Ever stumble upon a name, a face, a story, and just know there's more to it than meets the eye? Like a puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit, a melody with a hidden harmony? That's how a lot of people feel when they hear the name Roger Bank. It's a name that lingers, a whisper in the digital wind, a question mark hovering over the internet. But the biggest question is, where did he come from? What's the real origin of Roger Bank? Pause, a beat of silence. We've all been there, right? Scrolling through forums, digging through old websites, trying to piece together the fragments of someone's past. In the age of instant information, it's almost unsettling when a figure remains shrouded in mystery. It's almost intriguing. And Roger Bank, well, he's a masterclass in intrigue. Now, before we dive into the rabbit hole, let's set the stage. The internet, as we know it, is a vast, ever-evolving archive. But it's also a breeding ground for myths, legends, and sometimes, intentional obfuscation. Think of it like a digital ghost town, where whispers of the past echo through the empty streets of abandoned websites and forgotten social media profiles. In this ghost town, Roger Bank is a particularly elusive phantom. The initial challenge with tracing Roger Bank's origins is the sheer lack of concrete, verifiable information. You won't find a neatly packaged Wikipedia page, a detailed LinkedIn profile, or a tell-all autobiography. Instead, you'll encounter a patchwork of fragmented data, conflicting accounts, and a whole lot of speculation. Let's start with the basics. What do we know, or rather, what do we think we know? The name Roger Bank often pops up in discussions related to early internet communities, specifically those dealing with digital art, experimental software, and even some obscure corners of online gaming. There are mentions of him in archived forum posts from the late 90s and early 2000s, often associated with projects that were ahead of their time, ideas that pushed the boundaries of what was considered possible. One recurring theme is the idea of Roger Bank as a pioneer, a visionary who was instrumental in developing certain software tools or online platforms that are now lost to time. These tools, according to the scattered accounts, were often experimental, sometimes even bordering on the esoteric. They were designed to explore the possibilities of the digital realm, to push the limits of creativity and communication. But here's where the mystery deepens. Many of these accounts are anonymous, and the platforms they were posted on are long gone, leaving behind only echoes of their existence. This lack of concrete evidence has led some to speculate that Roger Bank might be a pseudonym, a collective identity, or even a fictional construct. The pseudonym theory is particularly compelling. In the early days of the internet, anonymity was paramount. It allowed individuals to experiment, to express themselves freely, without the constraints of real-world identities. It's entirely possible that Roger Bank was a persona adopted by one or more individuals who wanted to explore the digital landscape without revealing their true identities. The idea of a collective identity is also intriguing. Perhaps Roger Bank was a group of like-minded individuals working together on a project, each contributing their skills and knowledge under a shared name. This would explain the diverse range of projects attributed to Roger Bank, from software development to digital art to online community building. And then there's the possibility that Roger Bank is entirely fictional. A character created by someone, or a group of people, as part of an elaborate online experiment. This theory is supported by the lack of physical evidence, the absence of any real-world trace. In a world where reality and fiction blur, it's not inconceivable that Roger Bank is a product of someone's imagination. But let's not dismiss the tangible clues entirely. There are whispers of a physical location, a city, a country, that might hold the key to Roger Bank's origin. Some accounts point to a connection with the burgeoning tech scene of the San Francisco Bay Area in the late 90s. Others suggest a European connection, perhaps Berlin or Amsterdam, cities known for their vibrant underground culture and experimental art scenes. One particularly intriguing lead involves a series of cryptic messages found in the metadata of early digital art files attributed to Roger Bank. These messages, written in a seemingly coded language, have baffled researchers and enthusiasts for years. Some believe they contain clues to Roger Bank's true identity, while others dismiss them as random gibberish. The search for Roger Banks' origin is not just about uncovering the past. It's also about understanding the evolution of the internet, the way we interact with technology, and the power of anonymity. The story of Roger Banks is a reflection of the internet's early days, a time when anything seemed possible, when the boundaries between reality and fiction were constantly being blurred. It's also a reminder that the internet is not just a repository of information. It's a living, breathing entity, a collective consciousness that shapes and is shaped by the stories we tell. The story of Roger Banks, whether real or fictional, is a testament to the power of these stories, the way they can capture our imagination and spark our curiosity. Now, some of you might be wondering, why does it matter? Why spend so much time and energy trying to uncover the origin of a name, a face, a story that might not even be real? The answer, I believe, lies in the human desire to understand, to connect, to make sense of the world around us. We are storytellers, explorers, puzzle solvers. We are drawn to mysteries, to the unknown, to the things that challenge our understanding of reality. The story of Roger Banks is a mystery, a puzzle that invites us to participate, to contribute our own theories and interpretations. And perhaps, in the process of searching for Roger Banks, we discover something about ourselves, about our own relationship with the digital world, about the way we create and consume information. Maybe the real origin we seek is not Roger Banks, but our own. The lack of a definitive answer, the ambiguity surrounding Roger Banks' origin, is precisely what makes the story so compelling. It's a reminder that not everything can be neatly categorized, that some mysteries are meant to remain unsolved. The internet, in its vastness and complexity, is a mirror reflecting our own desire for connection, our own fascination with the unknown. And in the reflection of Roger Banks' elusive origin, we see a glimpse of the internet's own enigmatic nature. So, where does that leave us? Are we any closer to understanding the true origin of Roger Banks? Perhaps not. But the journey itself, the exploration, the investigation, that's where the real value lies. The search for Roger Banks is an ongoing process, a collective effort that continues to evolve as new information comes to light. And who knows, maybe one day, the puzzle will be solved, the mystery will be unraveled. But until then, the story of Roger Banks will continue to intrigue, to inspire, and to remind us of the power of the internet's enigmatic past. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.